Hello, here is BB Walker, welcome to my channel. In today's video we will be continuing our work with Yamaha PSR S670, but don't worry if you have another model. This knowledge could be applied to any Yamaha keyboard from the series SX and PSR. So basically today I will show you how to configure the foot switch, the second foot switch, to do this. So if you want to know how to program the sequence of registration memory, just stay tuned and we will start very soon. Alright, so as you can see, we could program the registration memory to work and to be changed using the tabs or the tabs in a sequence or using the foot switch. This video is especially for Dave Duckdale, if I remember well. He basically asked about how to program this sequence to be played, to be changed in specific order and then start from the beginning after the loops, the sequence ends. You may be asking why I need such a feature. Well, basically if you play a performance and you have both hands occupied and you want to switch very fast to another registration bank, you probably need a foot controller to do this, so because your hands are occupied. Alright, so how to do this? Well, if you have already watched my video about registration memory and foot controllers, there is a video when I'm explaining. So if I press function, most of the things you done in the controller section. So I press the controller section, enter, and here you get a lot of options. So basically you can change the behavior of foot switch controllers. The foot controller switch usually works as a sustain pedal, and the second one could work as a volume pedal or sostenuto or any other. You could change the OTS bank. You can fill up, fill down, so change the variation of the style, etc, etc, etc. But if you go through all of the options, you cannot find an option called, a function called registration bank next or registration bank previous. So to do this, you need completely another place. And this place is called the registration sequence. How to go? Well, as you can see in the demonstration, now I'm on the bank loop synth, but the sequence is prepared on this bank. So now I will switch to another bank, to bank please subscribe, so don't forget to subscribe this channel. Okay, and now I'm switching and here is also something happens. As you can see, there is the bank number 1 and 3 is empty, but we will prepare a sequence. You need to know that you can make any sequence you want. It doesn't have to be sequence in ascending or descending order. So basically you could have a sequence 6, 7, 4, whatever you want, and this sequence will repeat. So function, we go to registration sequence freeze options. So one step above the controller, we are pressing enter, and as you can see, nothing is in here because the pedal is configured to work as pedal number 2 will be registration next, and this is the basic behavior which is safe in the memory of the machine, in the memory of the whole device, but the sequence itself is stored within the registration bank. So if you switch the bank, the registration will be discarded, and the other sequence will be loaded. So how to program sequence? It's very simple. As you can see, this sequence is empty, completely nothing, just dots. So basically you are selecting some sequence, for example some banks, for example registration bank number 2, and you are pressing insert. As you can see, the 2 shown up. And so maybe what do I want after 2? Maybe 3? No, it's a bad idea. Maybe 4. So I press 4 and I press insert, and he insert 2, 4. So this is our sequence. Let's go a little bit faster. So next will be 5, insert, 6, insert. And maybe after 6 I don't want 7, maybe I want 8. Why not? So 8, insert, and then I want 7. Of course, you don't need to use all the numbers. You can also repeat them. So maybe after 7, I want to go back to 8. And after it, I decide maybe this is the end of my sequence. I mean, I don't want to add more. I just want to loop it. So I want to have 2 after 8. So now is the crucial moment, because we will also have a function to, change the behavior of what I want to do after my sequence ends. So if you are happy with your sequence, of course, you can delete, go back, again, insert some sequence. So full, customized, full edition in here. And then if you decide, you are pressing stop. And if I'm pressing stop, as you can see, this little option changes. I mean, it could be stop, it could be next bank, or it could be top. And basically, the full behavior is stop. It means full play, full sequence after pressing my next to the end and stop. But we want to have top. Top mean start from the beginning, so looped sequence. And if you are happy with your results, of course, the behavior of the pedal you are switching here. So in my condition, the previous is off, so I don't want to use previous. I only want to use the pedal number 2 as a next. So pressing the foot switch number 2 will trigger the event, go to the next sequence, go to the next bank. Take one from the sequence and go to the next bank. All right, so let's go again. And are you sure you want to change the registration big sequence data? Yes, I want to change it. And as I said a minute ago, this information is stored within bank. So if you want to save it permanently in your please subscribe bank, you need to save this bank one more time. So you're pressing both plus and 2, pressing save and OK and yes. And now our sequence, let's test our sequence. I mean, if it works nicely. So I'm pressing 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8 again, and again. As you can see, everything works pretty perfect. And if I switch my bank to synth loop, the old behavior is loaded. So from 1 to 7, and again, from the beginning. Alright, so I think it's all for now. You know how to program registration sequence. If you haven't watched my video about registration memory, how to trigger rhythm using registration memory change, you need to watch those videos, because if you combine all this knowledge with this programming sequence, you could achieve great, super steady, super smooth performance changes. It's very cool if you are making live videos, if you are performing live on a stage. So I think it's all for now. If you have any questions, as always, give me a comment and I will create a video for you, or I will give you another video, because maybe it is already published on my channel. So thanks for watching. It was BB Walker. See you later.